What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to making this Fox body fast. It's taking so long, but we're almost there. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to get the LS coils installed and the cam angle sensor installed and get this thing fired up. So I'm not gonna lie, I did mount the coils already on the passenger side. Not the driver's side because I wanted to show you how I did it, but the passenger side, however it is, passenger side is installed. And so I used the stock K-member, drilled holes in it, and put the coils on there, and it works really good. So I'll show you it in a second, and then I'll show you the process of me doing it. It kind of hurt my brain, and that's why I did it, and there's lots of thoughts happening. So here, check out the side. It's loosely on here, it's not all the way, but here are the LS coils on the passenger side. So there are the coils on the passenger side, and they set up pretty nicely. So yeah, I'm pumped about that. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side, and there's way more space on this side, so it's not gonna be much easier. So as you can see, I got numbers on them and they're upside down, but it was hurting my brain trying to figure out which way the coils fire in the stock configuration. So there it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah. So that's how it works. So I'll show you the other coils and how I'm gonna do this, but it's very simple, and I got these things up here. It probably took me 30 minutes to actually mount them, but it took like days to figure out how I was gonna mount it. All right, and we got these coils marked out, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and I got them in the correct fashion. It took me a long time. So I take it off of this bracket. You can see this is the leftover bracket. And so I take all these guys out, and then I put them just straight on the car. Alright, so literally all I did after I got them out is I stacked them together like that and then put a screw through. And then underneath them, because as you can see, these guys aren't flat at all, is I went and got 1/2-inch nylon spacers and 1-inch screws, and I drilled and then tapped or self-drilled those things in there and held them in. That's literally all I did. It wasn't very hard at all, and they're gonna be hidden, so like, I mean, the wires will come up under and you can't even see it, and it'll look pretty snazzy. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the driver's side now, and I'll have a ton more room to work with, which is gonna be nice. I did it. It looks so cool. It's not totally done. The wires aren't like tucked correctly, but they're all hooked up. So all I gotta do is run plug wires and do the cam angle sensor, which I'm saying it like it's easy, but it's not. I gotta do I said it already, but custom plug wires. I have no idea how to do that, so we're gonna learn together. But look how good it came out down here. It just, whoo, I'm pumped. It's gonna be so cool. And then like, oh, no plug wires, no coils. It's gonna be like hidden. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh yeah, so check them out above the K-member so they won't get hit, and they're nice and safe away from everything. But there they are. There's my 5, 6, 7, and 8 coils. And then they'll just plug right up into the spark plugs up there, which is just, oh, I'm pumped. So cool to me. I don't know why this is so cool, but I don't know. You saw this side came out the way it did. It came out really good too. All right, but it is 10 o'clock on a work night, and I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. So we're gonna shower and go to bed because I gotta sleep a little bit. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll do the wires. All right, so we've made some more progress. Actually, I have made 4 spark plug wires for the driver's side. So I'll show you them real quick, and they came out good. So I'm working with custom spark plug wires. You make it yourself, and I've never done that before, so I wanted to do it before I showed anybody what I was doing because I didn't want to look like an idiot. But check out how it turned out underneath there. Really cool from the top. Yeah. All right, we're at the top, and so you can barely see it in there, but there's the spark plug wires are on there. You can see them. But if we go down below, let's see down here, there's the spark plugs on the wires, and they go right up to the plugs. But the other thing I did last night is, so we gotta put the cam angle sensor on, and it's a trigger wheel. I'll show you in a second. But I had to put the car on TDC on the compression stroke. So my buddy came over, I stuck my finger in the #1 spark plug hole, and he bumped the car over until it shot my finger out. So car is on the compression stroke, on TDC, we are good to go with that. So all I gotta do is put the sensor on there and make it go the right way. So, but we'll get into that later. Let's make these wires. Okay, so I just wanted to say it. So this is my #1 spark plug, or plug wire, and it's probably the longest one. I mean, this is a good 1.5 feet, and all of them have been barely a foot. And the reason is, there's two reasons. First off, it's the farthest one from the coil. Second thing is I left a little extra slack to put my timing light on. So it's one of the things, if you're doing this or you have something like this, you still need to be able to hook that timing light thing to here so you can time the car. So make sure you leave a little extra room if you're putting it under stuff that you can get to it. I just thought I would share real quick. So I'm gonna put it on now. That side was not nearly as easy as the other side. Oh my God, here. But it still looks good. So there are the spark plug wires, and they're all wired up. Plug 2 was a pain in the butt. There's like no room next to the starter, as you can see. Plus, that's the only one where the spark plug wire wouldn't clip into the coil. I had to take it all apart, and it still didn't clip in very well. Something's weird with that one spark plug wire cup thing, so that was just a pain in the butt. But it's all in, so that side's got done, and then that side was done and a lot easier, I should say. So now after I got all that fiberglass all over my arms and stuff, even though I was wearing gloves, let's try to put the cam angle sensor in. And so, like I said, I got the car on top dead center on the compression stroke. So all I have to do now is put the trigger wheel on and the sensor. So here, I'm gonna set you guys up and I'm gonna talk while I'm doing it. All right, so this is pretty easy too. So obviously you take the cap off. So the first thing is we are going to take off all of this. So first thing, I'm gonna unplug the TFI because I have everything set up right now so that if this doesn't work right away, I can put it back together. I put a mark on the distributor body, and so I can just line it all right back up again. So if this doesn't work, I can just spin it back around and make it work. First, we'll take the rotor off. The PIP rotor wheel comes off. The top of the distributor comes off. All this stuff comes off. So now we got the cam angle sensor, and there's a bunch of different alignment slots on it. And so for the and one of the other things is there's two sides to it. There's this flat side, and then this is flat too, but there's a little counter bore right here. So there's the flat side, and then there's the milled counter bore. So the counter bore goes down, but so you see there's different alignment slots on here. And so you have to line it up with one that works. And so these two little holes are for the bolts that bolt down into the wheel, and then you have to alignment slot. Mine fits right there, and I think all V8s are gonna fit right there in this like half moon shaped one. So now you can see this a little bit better. So you see how this is shaped. So this little half moon one lines up with that raised end right here. And you can see it fits down there, and then that slot goes there, and then the two holes for your nuts are perfect. So it does line up kind of like this, but you can see those holes don't fit right, and then it's wobbly. It's not sitting flush. So here's the only spot where it sits perfect and everything lines up. So that's where we want it to be. All right, so now we have our cap. In the cap, so what you're supposed to do is line the sensor up on here and actually make a mark on where the sensor is. All right, so I've run into a problem that is going to deter the rest of the night is I can't spin the distributor around enough to line it up with the wheel because I have the stupid TFI. So I'll go to AutoZone tomorrow, get the special TFI tool thing, and we'll get this thing finished up. But that was kind of annoying, to say the least. So, all right, we'll just continue this tomorrow. I'll see you then. Okay, I got the stupid tool. This dumb TFI tool. So, I got that TFI popped out, as you can see, and So I was able to pop it out and spin the distributor, so let me show you what's going on. All right, so as you can see, I got the cap on, and bada bing, bada boom. So you see my blue mark, blue and black actually, so that's in line with the sensor right there, and then I had to line it up, and I'll show you the thing from Stinger Performance, but you need this fourth tooth after the missing tooth right here. You need that to be lined up with the sensor. So, ay Dios mío. So that's why I got it lined up just like that. So it is ready to go, and it's lined up pretty good. So all I got to do is bolt that cap down, and that's all ready to go. Okay, so last night I just wanted to make sure the coils would fire. I didn't want to get through all this and then get to this point and there would be no fire in the coils. That'd just be sad for everybody. So what I ended up doing is I went on the tuner studio and I fired a coil. So I fired coil A, which is cylinder 1, and that one went on good, and then the rest of them wouldn't fire. And so what had happened is it didn't pop up on the screen, but I needed to shut everything off and back on, take a power cycle for the Mega Squirt to understand what was going on. It had multiple coils now. Got out of the testing mode, and I unhooked everything, hooked it back up, and then flipped it on, and I put it in the testing mode to test the coils. And it had it on, instead of one coil, I had it on sequence. So I pressed start just to see if the coils would pop on, and they were plugged in to the spark plugs, which was a bad idea now that I'm thinking about it, but they were all plugged in. So it fired all the coils, and there was a little bit of fuel from the prime when the car primed, and so it went boom, boom, boom. It scared the crap out of me, and I wish I would have got a video, but very scary. So the coils fire, and so then I went through the output test, and I'll show you what I did on Tuner Studio to do that. Actually, I'll have it on the screen because Stinger Performance has already done this whole thing for us so we can see it. So I did what they said, and my arm hurts. And I started testing the coils to make sure I was in the right firing order. And so the bank 2, or bank 1 was good, bank 2 was bad. I had the coils flopped with the LS wiring harness, so I had to take those coils and flip them back. It's not a big deal, it took like 5 minutes, but now I've ran the output test to make sure all the coils are firing when they're supposed to. So I just gotta put the coils, or the plugs, back on the spark plugs, and we can fire this thing up. Okay, so I want to talk about the settings. Just, you know what, if we talk about them together, I probably will do it right. So I got on the top spark mode, I got the toothed wheel, TFI is off, and then skip pulses 3, ignition input is falling edge, then the output is going high, and then the number of coils is on plug, and then MS3X spark. And then we're using a single wheel with missing tooth, and it's a 24 tooth wheel, that's right, with a 90 degree for tooth number 1 angle, which is all good to go. And then we're using the cam wheel, which is even better. All right, so then we have fixed timing. Yep, first derivative prediction, 20 degrees at fixed timing, so we can get the timing set. And then the dwell is 4.5, the advance is 10, and then a Toyota thing is off. The dwell is standard. Using dwell table is off. Nominal is 4 and 4, and then 0, and then off. And that's it. So now we have to do the dwell for the LS coils. Okay, so we got the dwell, and we got voltage is 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. That's what we got. And then we got the percentage is 130, 120, 110, 100, 94, and 88. All right, we match what Stinger says. I'll put it up on the screen as well. So like I showed you, we got the cam angle sensor in the right place. All those coils are doing the right thing. We know that it will run without this ignition on it, so I think this is the time. I'm scared. I just hope it fires up so bad. I hate ignition stuff. If it doesn't work, it always bugs me. So, stressed out. Let's do this. I am so nervous. I can't even begin to explain how nervous I am right now. wire the coil like they said to do, but everything's working. And listen to that. Oh, it's the sound of my people. Tack works again. I didn't gotta do nothing. I just didn't have it enabled in the software. Oh, baby, look at it. Oh, it worked. Oh. We did it. We did it. We have full spark control.